So we start today's Othello with Act 4, Scene 2. Can you see the text?
Yes, sir.
Good. Act 4, Scene 2. Where is the location?
Room in the castle.
A room in Othello's castle. Two characters are there, Othello and Emilia. This scene, like two other previous scenes, the opening scene and the temptation scene, this scene is called the brothel scene. Brothel, BROTHEL, വേശ്യാലയം എന്നാണ് എൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം. Brothel scene. Not because, this scene is set in a brothel, but because Othello uses very, very dirty words. Very dirty words at Desdemona and Emilia. He treats them as if they are they are members of a brothel. He insults them. Othello pours insults on both Emilia and Desdemona. He treats them with the contempt. He calls them, whores, prostitutes, slut, and all sorts of words, all sorts of dirty words in English he uses at Desdemona and Emilia. And just before he leaves the place, he gives even, he's very careful that, he gives some money to Emilia for the mistress of the brothel. So that is why this scene is known as the brothel scene. BROTHEL, brothel scene. Veshyalaya, brothel scene. You might be, you might be asked to write a short paragraph about the brothel scene, or even maybe an essay. I have prepared both a paragraph question as well as an essay, and you will find it at the end of the notes that is displayed, the notes that I have given you yesterday. Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Good. Othello. So, he's talking to Emilia. We know what might he be talking with Emilia. It is not a friendly conversation. The hero of Shakespeare's play, Othello, the titular hero, Othello, who was held in high esteem at the start of the play, the tragic hero, a truly tragic hero, a military general who was respected by almost everybody in Venice. He was held in high esteem. Well, it is, by listening to his adventures, his life story, that a beautiful, innocent girl like Desdemona fell in love with him and even chose to run away with him, to elope with him without the consent, without the knowledge and consent of her parents. And they secretly married because he was such a high figure, such a respectable figure. He was held in such high esteem. But at this point, in Act 4, Scene 2, we can see that Othello has fallen to a very, very base, low level, and he's asking Emilia, about he's asking Emilia, for proof for evidence of his wife's, adulterous behavior, adultery, his wife's disloyalty, unfaithfulness, and he is questioning, the servant, the maid, his wife's maid, for proof, for evidence, and Emilia repeatedly repeatedly tells him that Desdemona is loyal, faithful, honest, innocent, and there is nothing, not even a single incident, can be pointed out against her. Not even, in, for example, as far as her looks are concerned, or words are concerned, or actions, you cannot. It is very, very impossible to find fault with Desdemona. But in spite of these protestations, he believes for sure that his wife Desdemona is disloyal and unfaithful, and his wife has cuckolded him, made him a cuckold. So this is, of course, who is responsible for all this? It is, the villainy, the tricks, the villainous, acts, on the part of, it is because of the villainy of the most, notorious of Shakespeare's villains, Iago, the motive hunting malignity, the motive hunting of motiveless malignity, as Samuel Taylor Coleridge has described him. He is perhaps the worst villain you can ever find in any world literature. It is very, very difficult for you to find a villain who is more villainous than Iago. So it is because of his villainous behavior and actions that he has stooped, Othello has stooped such a base and low level. Look, from a respectable general, he has fallen to a contemptible, a low, base, contemptible figure in this famous scene in Othello, which is known as brothel scene. As I said, brothel, വേശ്യാലയം, വേശ്യാഗ്രഹത്തിനാണ് brothel എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. This is known as Act 4, Scene 2 is known as brothel scene. So shall we start?
Sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here is the text. Othello is questioning Emilia. You have seen nothing then? അപ്പൊ ഒന്നും കണ്ടിട്ടില്ലല്ലേ? Emilia. Nor ever heard. കണ്ടിട്ടില്ല എന്ന് മാത്രമല്ല, കേട്ടിട്ടും കൂടിയില്ല. Nor ever heard. Nor ever did suspect or suspect anything at all. I never suspected anything. There was no such suspicious behavior on the part of Desdemona. No occasion for suspicion. Never seen anything, never heard anything, never suspected anything. Yes, Othello says, So you have seen Casio and she together. അവളെയും കാഷ്യോയും തമ്മിൽ ഒന്നിച്ച് കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ? See, look at the questions. His mind is full of poison. You have seen Casio and her together. You have seen her in the company of Casio. Emilia says, yes, that's right. But then I saw no harm. I have seen them together, but there was nothing wrong in it. What is wrong in, a woman being seen in the company of a man? There is nothing wrong. Nothing wrong in it. I have seen her, I have seen Desdemona in the company of Cassio, but I didn't see anything wrong in it. But then I saw no harm. And then I heard each syllable that breath made up between them. I was listening to each and every word they were, talking to each other. And there was nothing wrong in it. There was nothing suspicious about it. Then Othello, what? Did they never whisper? They didn't whisper anything. എന്തെങ്കിലും ഇങ്ങനെ അടക്കം പറഞ്ഞു നീ ഉള്ളപ്പോൾ എന്തെങ്കിലും അടക്കം പറയുന്നതായിട്ട് കേട്ടോ? Whisper anything? Then Emilia, never, my lord. No, I never heard anything. Nor send you out of the way. Now, while they were talking, while they were conversing with each other, did they send you away for some time? അല്പനേരത്തേക്ക് നിന്നോട് മാറി നിൽക്കാനോ വല്ലതും പറഞ്ഞോ? See, look at the questions. Very, very dirty questions. Because his mind is completely poisoned. Did they whisper anything? No. Did they send you away for some time while they were talking? Did they send you out of the way? Emilia says, never. Othello, to fetch her fan, her gloves, her mask, nor nothing? വിശറിയെടുക്കാനോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും സാധനം എടുത്തോണ്ട് വാ എന്നാ പറഞ്ഞവല്ലോ നിന്നെ പറഞ്ഞു വിട്ടോ അവർ സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോൾ? Never, my lord. Emilia, Othello, that is strange. No, it is impossible. They should have done that. It is impossible. Then Emilia, I durst, my lord. I dare say. ഞാൻ ധൈര്യത്തോടു കൂടി പറയുകയാണ്. I swear. I promise. I durst, my lord, to wager. I promise, I swear to you on my soul that she is honest. She is loyal. She is truthful. She is innocent. I swear by God. I durst, my lord, to wager. She is honest. Lay down my soul at stake. My soul is at stake. I tell you, with my hands on my heart, I tell you, she is honest. If you think otherwise, if you suspect her otherwise, remove your thought, please. If you have any other thought in your mind, please remove it, because it doth abuse your bosom. It will spoil your mind. Don't keep such thoughts in your mind, because it is not good for you. It is not good for your mental health. It will spoil your mind. If any wretch, if any idiot, if any bad person have put this idea in your head, if any bad person, if any jerk has tried to put this idea into your mind, well, let heaven requite it with the serpent's curse. Let God curse him. For if she be not honest, if she is not honest, chaste and true, look at the words that she uses. If she is not honest, chaste and true, she says, she swears, she promises that Desdemona is honest, chaste, pure and true, truthful, loyal, honest. Well, there is no man happy. If she is not like this, if she is not pure, innocent and loyal, well, there is No such thing as a faithful wife or a happy husband in this world. If there is no man happy, the purest of their wives is foul as slander. Othello, bid her come hither. Go. Ask her, ask Desdemona to come here. Go. Bring her here. Please tell her to come here. Well, Emilia exits. Emilia goes out. Then, this is his mind. This is his mind. He's speaking to himself. She says, enough. She says enough. She says all the right things. Whatever she says is right. She says the right things. Yet, she's a simple bawd. But she's a simple bawd. She is, a brothel keeper. She's the mistress of a brothel. You can't trust him. Well, what she says is all right. She says only good things about my wife. But you can't trust her because she's the mistress of a brothel. See, this scene is known as the brothel scene. She's a simple bawd that cannot say as much. You cannot trust her. She cannot say otherwise because, she is a faithful companion. She keeps watch. She's the watchwoman of a brothel who will never say the illegal activities of a man or a woman, whatever goes on inside the brothel. She will just keep quiet because it is her duty. She never tells, truth. This is a subtle whore. Desdemona is a subtle whore. My wife is a prostitute. A closet, lock and key of villainous secrets. Her heart, her mind is, like a chest which is under lock and key, full of secrets. And yet, even though she is a liar, she will kneel and pray. She will kneel and pray. She will, kneel in front of me and pray like an honest woman. And she will say, I am good, I am innocent, and she will go on saying like this. But her mind is full of, secret lies. I have seen her do it. Oh, several times I have seen my wife doing that. In spite of her villainy, in spite of her, her, spoilt, mind, which is full of secrets and, villainous acts. Well, I have seen her, praying, kneeling before me, praying, trying to tell me that, she is honest, she is this thing and that thing. Then enter Desdemona and Emilia. Desdemona says, "My lord, what is your will? What do you want? Why do you ask me to come here? I am here. What do you want?" Then Othello, pray, Chuck. Oh, sweet, my dear, Chuck, dear, please come hither. Please come here. Then Desdemona, what is your pleasure? What can I do for you? Then you look at me. Let me see your eyes. Please look into my eyes. Look, let me see your eyes. Look at my face. Well, Desdemona, what horrible fancy is this? Oh, what is this? Come on, what horrible things are you imagining? Are you saying? What happened? Are you mad? What horrible fancy is this? Othello, to Emilia, some of your function, mistress, some of your function, mistress, leave procreants alone and shut the door. Cough or cry them. If anybody come, your mystery, nay dispatch, this is your duty, I know, because you are the mistress of a brothel. If somebody comes in, you will let him in and shut the door. And if somebody else comes, well, you will give them a signal by making a cough. ആരെങ്കിലും വരികയാണെങ്കിൽ ഒന്ന് ചുമച്ചോ ഒരു ബഹളം ഉണ്ടാക്കിയോ ഒക്കെ സിഗ്നൽ കൊടുക്കുന്ന പണിയല്ലേ നിന്റെ പണി. He is accusing Emilia of being the mistress of a brothel, exit Emilia. Dispatch, dispatch, go away. So now Desdemona and Othello are together. They are alone. Now he is going to question Desdemona in private without anybody else. Desdemona says, upon my knees. He has just now said, she is an utter liar. But in spite of her deception, she would kneel before me, she would pray before me. See, this is what is happening. Upon my knees, I am begging you, I am requesting you, upon my knees, what doth your speech import? What does it mean? Just now what you have said, what do your words mean? What is the meaning of what you have said now? I understand a fury in your words. I can understand that. I can understand that you are very angry. You are very, very furious. But I don't understand what you're saying, but not the words. I cannot understand your words. Because what are you saying? I cannot understand. But I can only understand that you are very angry. You are very, very furious. I understand that. Othello, why? What art thou? Who are you? What are you? Tell me. Then Desdemona says, I am your wife. My lord, your true and loyal wife. I am your honest wife. Very true, very obedient, very, very loyal, very, very truthful to you. Then Othello says, come, swear it. Swear to that. You swear it. Damn thyself. You swear it in front of me so that you are damned to hell for lying, lest being like one of heaven, because God, they will mistake you for an angel because you are a dirty whore. No doubt. The devils themselves should fear to seize you because they will mistake you for a devil, for an angel. Therefore be double damned. Swear thou art honest. Can you do that? Can you swear to me that you are faithful to me? Desdemona, heaven, God knows. Heaven doth truly know it. Heaven knows it. God knows it. God knows that I am truly loyal. Othello, heaven truly knows that thou art false as hell. This is what God knows. This is what heaven knows, that you are as false, as unfaithful, as deceitful as hell. Then Othello, one second. Yes, കാണാമല്ലോ അല്ലേ?
Yes, sir.
പെട്ടെന്ന് മാറിപ്പോയി. Yes, Desdemona. Heaven doth truly know it. Heaven knows that I am honest. Then Othello says, no, this is not what God knows. This is not what heaven knows. Heaven truly knows that thou art false as hell. You are as false as hell. This is what heaven knows, not what you say. Then Desdemona, to whom, my lord? No, you say that I am disloyal. You say that I am false. You say that I am deceitful. To whom? To whom did I cheat you? Can you tell me? With whom? How am I false? Can you tell me that? Who is the culprit? How am I unfaithful? To whom am I unfaithful? With whom am I unfaithful? Can you tell me that? Othello says, he just contemptuously dismisses her. Oh, Desdemona, away. Go away. I say, go away. Desdemona says, alas, heavy day. Oh, a horrible day. I have never seen such a horrible day in my life. Why do you weep? Because he is, in a sort of mixed feelings. He's full of love for this sweet, beautiful woman. At the same time, his mind is filled with jealousy. So his eyes are filled with the tears. He starts weeping. She starts crying. Why do you weep? Am I the motive? Am I the reason? Is it because of me? Am I the motive of these tears, my Lord? If haply you, my father, do suspect. Look, this innocent girl, Desdemona, suspects that he is angry. He is angry like Othello is angry like this because of the letter. Because of the letter that told him that he is called back to Venice and Cassio is appointed as governor of Cyprus in his place. This innocent, Desdemona believes that it is the machinations of her father. It is because of her father. It is because of Brabantio's intervention that Othello is called back and Cassio is appointed as governor of the island. So this is what she believes, this innocent girl believes. She says, look at line 45. If haply, perhaps, if perhaps you, my father, do suspect. If you suspect my father, if you suspect that my father is responsible for your transfer, an instrument of this you're calling back, lay not your blame on me. Please don't blame me. I have no hand in it. I am not involved in it. I am innocent. If you have lost him, if you have lost the friendship of my father, I have lost him too. So have I. If you have lost the friendship and the love and care of my father, your father-in-law, well, I have, so have I. I have also lost that. Othello says, had it pleased heaven to try me with affliction, had it pleased heaven to try me with affliction, had they rained all sorts of sores and shames on my bare head, staked me in poverty to the very lips, given to captivity me and my utmost hopes, I should have found in some place of my soul a drop of patience. No, even if God had given me all sorts of afflictions, എനിക്ക് ഈ ലോകത്തുള്ള നാശങ്ങളെല്ലാം വന്നിരുന്നാലും എനിക്ക് പ്രശ്നമില്ലായിരുന്നു, ഞാൻ സഹിക്കുമായിരുന്നു. I would have suffered all these things, even if God had punished me with all the worst things in this world, I would have patiently suffered all these things. But alas, to make me a fixed figure for the time of scorn. But instead, I have been made a laughing stock. ആളുകൾക്ക് പുച്ഛിക്കാനും പരിഹസിക്കാനുമുള്ള ഒരു കഥാപാത്രമായിട്ട് മാറ്റിയത് എനിക്ക് സഹിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല. I cannot tolerate that. To make me a laughing stone in front of the people of Venice as well as Cyprus. A fixed figure for the time of scorn. To point this slow, unmoving finger at, you are responsible, you are a cuckold, your wife is unfaithful, to give an occasion, to create such a situation for the people to accuse me of being cuckoldry. Well, I cannot tolerate that. Yet could I bear that too, but very well. But there, where I have garnered up my heart, where either I must live or bear not to live, fountain from which my current runs, or else dries up to be discarded thence, or keep it as a cistern from the foul thoughts. Well, this is too much, to live as foul thoughts, like to live the life of a toad. ഈ ചെറിയ കുഴികളിലൊക്കെ ഇരിക്കുന്ന തവളകളുണ്ട്. ആ തവളയുടെ ഒരു ജീവിതം ആക്കി മാറ്റിയത് It is like the life of a Todd. I am just sitting in a pit, in a dirty pit, watching all these dirty things happening, between my wife and her lover. To note and gender in, turn thy complexion there. Patience, thou young and rose-lipped cherubim. Oh, you are a rose-lipped cherubim. You are very, very beautiful. Your lips are like a rosy-lipped angel, cherubim. Well, and there, look as grim as hell. At the same time, you look like an angel, but at the same time, you look like a hell inside. Very, very horrifying. Desdemona says, I hope my noble lord esteems me honest. I hope that you think I am faithful to you. You have respect, esteem. You have respect for me. I hope. Then Othello says, oh, ay, as summer flies are in the shambles, as faithful. I believe that you are as faithful as flies in, rotting meat. ഈ അളിഞ്ഞു കിടക്കുന്ന ഈ മാംസത്തിന്റെ മുകളിൽ പറ്റിപ്പിടിച്ചിരിക്കുന്ന ഈച്ചകളെ പോലെ നീ ശുദ്ധയാണ്, സംശുദ്ധയാണ്. നീ എന്നോട് ഫെയ്ത്ത്ഫുൾ ആണ്. യു ആർ ആസ് ഫെയ്ത്ത്ഫുൾ ആസ് ദ ഫ്ലൈസ്, the flies that are sitting on rotting meat. As summer flies are in a shambles that quicken even with blowing. Oh, thou weed, you are like a weed. You are like a dirty thing, who are so lovely. You are so beautiful, fair, and smellest so sweet. You smell so sweet that the sense aches at thee, that that my desires are aroused. But at the same time, I would thou hadst never been born. I wish you had never been born. ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു സാധനം ഒരിക്കലും ജന്മമെടുക്കാൻ പാടില്ലായിരുന്നു. I should have never seen you. I wish you had never been born. Well, it is so painful. Look, he hates her totally. Desdemona says, alas, what ignorant sin have I committed? Can you tell me the mistake, the wrong that I have committed? Ignorant, unknowingly. Can you tell me if I have committed any sin ignorantly, unknowingly, without my knowledge? Can you tell me? Then Othello says, was this fair paper, this most goodly look made to write whore upon? Oh, this paper, that your body is compared to a paper. Was this paper, your body, your beautiful white body, is it to write the word whore, prostitute, upon that? Oh, ഈ സുന്ദരമായ ശരീരം, ഈ പേപ്പർ, ഇതിന്റെ മേലെ വേശ്യ എന്നൊരു പേര് എഴുതേണ്ടി വന്നല്ലോ, കഷ്ടം. Was this fair paper, this most goodly book made to write whore, the word whore, prostitute, upon? What committed? What have you done? What have you done? What committed? Oh, thou public commoner. You are a street public commoner. തെരുവ് വേശ്യയാണ് നീ. You are a street walker. The women who sells their body, who walks, who plies in the street, on the streets at night for selling their body. You are a dirty street walker. You are a public commoner. I should make very forges of my cheeks, that would to cinders burn up modesty, did I but speak that if I set out what you have done. നീ പറഞ്ഞത്, നീ ചെയ്തത് ഞാൻ പുറത്തു പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, well, you would burn up with shame. What committed? You are asking me what committed? Heaven stops the nose at it, and the moon wings. Heaven stops the nose because it is so dirty. Your acts are so dirty. The moon wings. The moon will shut its eyes because the things that you have done are so devilish, so dirty, so villainous. The body wind that kisses, even the wind that blows over, everything. The body wind that kisses All it means is hushed within the hollow mind of earth. Even it is ashamed to come out. Even the wind is ashamed to come out. Well, what committed? Are you asking me what you have done? Impudent, strumpet, you brazen, dirty prostitute. Desdemona, by heaven, by God, you are doing me wrong. Don't say these things. Don't use these words at me. You are accusing me wrongly. Please don't do that. You do me wrong. Then Othello, are you not a strumpet? You are not a prostitute? Desdemona, no. As I am a Christian, I am a God-fearing woman. As I am a Christian, I am as honest as a good Christian. If to preserve this vessel for my Lord from any other foul unlawful touch, be not to be a strumpet. Well, I know it is my duty to preserve this body only to be touched by my husband. That is, I know, as an honest, God-fearing Christian, I know that I should keep this body divine. It is to be touched only by my husband, nobody else. Be not to be a strumpet. I am none. Othello, what? Not a whore? You are not a prostitute? She says, no. As I shall be saved. No, I swear it. By God, I am not. Then Othello, is it possible? Is that possible? Desdemona, oh, heaven forgive me. Heaven, God help me. Othello, I cry you mercy then. I cry you mercy. Because I took you for that cunning whore of Venice. I beg your pardon, I'm sorry. Because I must have the wrong woman. I took you for the cunning whore of Venice that married Othello. Well, I mistook you for that cunning Venetian woman, that whore who married Othello. You whore housekeeper, you brothel keeper, you whore housekeeper, you keep that have the office opposite to St. Peter. You know, the gate opposite to St. Peter, that is the hell. That is the gate of the hell. The gate of St. Peter is the gate of heaven. Opposite to St. Peter is the gate of, you are the gatekeeper of hell. Hell gatekeeper. Racy, you mistress. You mistress of the brothel. Mistress of the hell. Mistress of the brothel. You that have the office opposite to St. Peter and keep the gate of hell. Then re-enter Emilia. Emilia comes here. You, hey you, we have done our course. Well, you are in charge of this hell. There is money for your pains. Take this money. Because you are a brothel housekeeper. Take this money. We have done our course. There is money for your pains. I pray you, turn the key and keep the counsel. Turn the key. You please lock the door and keep quiet. Othello exits after giving all these slanders, after paying some money for brothel keeping, for this housekeeping. He goes out. Emilia says, well, alas, what does this gentleman conceive? What is he talking about? What does he think? How do you, madam? What do you think? How are you? How do you do, my good lady? Then Desdemona, Faith, half asleep. I am really stunned. I am shocked. I cannot believe. Emilia, good madam, what's the matter with my lord? What is wrong with your husband? Then Desdemona asks, with who? Then Emilia, why? With my lord. With your husband, madam. Sweet lady, with your husband. Desdemona says, well, I have none. No, I have no lord. I have no husband. Now finished. There is no husband as far as I am concerned. In my mind, there is no husband. Do not talk to me, Amelia. I cannot weep, nor answer have I none. I cannot answer your questions because I don't know what to say. Have I none? But what should go by water? Look, only these, though these tears are the only answers, the water, nor have I none, but what should go by the water? I have no answer except, these tears in my mind. Prithee, I pray you, pray you, I request you. What? She makes one request. Look, this is very, very important because this is very, really ironic, the dramatic irony. ഇന്ന് രാത്രിയിൽ നീ എൻ്റെ കിടക്കയിൽ എൻ്റെ വിവാഹ വസ്ത്രങ്ങൾ വിരിക്കണം. I should sleep on that. Look, it is, the tragedy is being foretold. The tragedy is being foreseen, prophesied. What is going to happen? Prithee, I pray you, tonight, this night, lay on my bed my wedding sheets. Please do that. Remember, and call thy husband hither. നിന്റെ ഭർത്താവിനോടൊന്ന് വരാൻ പറയണം. Please ask, Iago to come here. So please do two things. Number one, put my wedding sheets on my bed tonight. Number two, tell your husband, as if she has a foreknowledge of what is going to happen, as if she knows her end is near, as if like that. So number one, she asks Amelia to do two things. Number one, put her wedding sheets on her bed tonight. Number one. Number two, tell your husband to come here. Amelia, well, here is a change. Indeed, things have changed. I think things have really changed. Oh, wallata matam. Exit. Desdemona says, it is meet, it is fair, it is proper, it is meet that I should be used so. I should be treated like this. It is very, very meet, very, very fair. How have I been behaved that he might stick the smallest opinion on my least misuse? What have I ever done that has anything to complain about? I don't know. Did I do anything wrong? I don't know. Well, it is very, very bad. Now here, re-enter Emilia with Iago. They come here. What is your pleasure, madam? What happened? Why? What is your pleasure, madam? How is it with you? Then Desdemona says, I cannot tell. Those that do teach young babes do it with the gentle means and easy tasks. But he might have cheated me so. In good faith, I am a child to chiding. I don't know. When grown-ups teach little boys, little children, മുതിർന്ന ആളുകൾ കൊച്ചുകുട്ടികളെ പഠിപ്പിക്കുമ്പോൾ അത് മെല്ലെയാണ് പഠിപ്പിക്കാറുള്ളത്. But he might have treated me like that. He might have chided me. He might have, scolded me. He might have rebuked me like that. For so, because in good faith, I am a child. I am as unused to abuse as a little child because I am not used to these things. This rough behavior, rough and tough behavior, I am not used to. I am new to this, such harsh experiences of the world. I am still like a child. Iago asks, what is the matter, lady? What happened? Can you tell me? Then Iago says, alas, Iago, my lord, her husband, hath so behored her, called her a prostitute, thrown such despite and heavy terms, used such dirty terms, words upon her, as true hearts cannot bear, cannot tolerate. No woman with self-respect would tolerate the words that Othello used at her. All sorts of, dirty words. Well, we don't know what happened. That is why. Then Desdemona asks, am I that name, Iago? Can you tell me? Am I that? അവൻ ഉപയോഗിച്ച വാക്കുകളാണോ ഞാൻ? He used all sorts of dirty words at the woman. Prostitute, whore, all strumpet, all sorts of words. Do I deserve these words? Am I that? Well, I think I'll stop here. Line number 115.